Hello everyone, this is HBJ, and today I'm going to be taking you through the project file of TIKO mode. TIKO mode came to be when I was having a conversation with a coworker, and I said, hey, I just came up with the worst idea ever, and I went home and made this. So I used the original version of SICKO mode.
The pick and roll, young the flame, he in SICKO mode.
And for the instrumental, there's not an official instrumental out there, so I used Phonic Mind to extract this.
I guess they never miss, huh?
Well, I mean, I have the Melodyne vocals layered on top, so anyways, there's the instrumental. Phonic Mind was also used to lift the the Mia Khalifa vocals as well. And Phonic Mind does a pretty decent job when you don't have any other stems or instrumentals. So as a result, it chews away at large frequencies within the vocals. So in order to kind of compensate for this, not only is there a bit of EQ, there's also volume balancing on each and every word. You just got to listen to it a bunch of times and boost certain words and whatnot. In terms of EQing, the vocals sounded quite hollow or just really empty. So first off, we have the Panomatic, which is the volume automation. Then we got some EQ, just to bring it a little closer to the ear, around the 300 hertz range. Well, if you listen to the vocals,
Pick and roll.
let me just pull up the vocals right now.
I guess they never miss, huh? You got a boyfriend.
So there's some vocals here. It's clearly eating out a lot of the low mids, so I boosted that up a bit more just to give it a little more closer to your ear. Here I give it a little more stereo separation, so instead of being pan dead in the center, I kind of like bring it to both ears so that it gives the illusion that the voice is more full or more louder without actually having to go above the volume threshold. And just a little bit of EQ automation in some areas, a little bit of gross beat for a tape stop effect that I do later on. And here is Melodyne. This is my go-to pitch shifting software when it comes to acapellas and vocals and all that. Essentially you can take the voice and dissect it, so you have all the notes and you can dissect it. I actually did do a little bit of pitch shifting to clean her voice a tiny bit. Mind you that this mashup is not in key whatsoever, but I don't know, I changed some parts to make it more consistent. Like for example, there's this one part,
You play with them balls like it's FIFA. You on every level, you're the leader.
So I pitch shifted leader.
You're the leader.
So it sounds more in line with the previous kind of line.
You're the leader.
Because originally it sounded like this.
You're the leader. Ooh.
Wait, it sounded like this. Hold on.
You're the leader. Ooh.
That's odd. I'm not sure why it's not responding. Sometimes Melodyne can get a little glitchy. So that part is just what it is. I tried to use noise removal a bit. It wasn't entirely effective. You can still hear that detuned C note peek through, but for what I'm given, I think it's the best it's gonna get. Here we just have some chanting in the background, the Mia Khalifa thing. I think it's kind of iconic to the people that listen to the original song, but most of these are gonna be TikTok users, so I just kind of threw it in there kind of as a backing. So here's the tape stop effect. I just put a little automation on that, and the EQ, so it doesn't sound too close to your ear as it's doing a tape stop. In the original Mia Khalifa song, they used Street Fighter samples.
Fight. Perfect.
I have no idea why, but you know, the acapella kind of dug into that. I mean, the vocal extraction software kind of dug into that. So I went and got these from YouTube. I just put them in there. I see the thing when it comes to the brainstorming part of making shit posts, I kind of listen to it and I kind of do my own kind of freestyle thing. So going between the like a light and the hit or miss part.
Out like a light.
Hit or miss.
Like a light.
Hit or miss.
Because this kind of works because like a light, hit or miss. It's 3 syllables. Da 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 da. So at the end, this is kind of, I knew the lyrics of it because I had been listening to it for hours at this point, and I kind of came up with this freestyle part. So all this was just a bunch of vocal chopping just to make a new sentence. The reason why I did this, just to add a little intrigue, just a little reward at the end for people who were actually able to survive the 53 seconds of what happened prior. And yeah, this originally was like me just kind of like rapping, and then I just made her do what I was saying. This part actually kind of goes in line with Travis Scott's part when he jumps in after the Like a Light part. So the flow is kind of similar in that you have every word on the eighth on an 8 count or something.
Hit or miss, I never miss. I bet it doesn't kiss ya.
Yeah, da 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 da. So that's kind of very similar to Travis Scott's flow in the other part. I have an EQ automation right here. This is to give this part a little more oomph.
Never miss, huh? You got a boyfriend, I bet it.
So just to give that bass a little more oomph. And when it goes to this part, I kind of drop it so the bass isn't really too in your face.
Hit or miss, I never miss. I bet it doesn't kiss ya.
And throughout, I couldn't find the exact kind of trap riser to go with it, but this is the trap riser that I used.
Perfect.
So yeah, if we don't listen to any of the instrumental.
Perfect.
So just to kind of transition that, have the sweep going off, the Street Fighter sample, and a backstop tape on the vocals.
Perfect.
And yeah, I just ended like that. And for the very ending, I have these random ass samples just because, I don't know, if this thing is going to be used in a meme, I might as well have some impact at the end. So I have this fat ass 808 that has that's like declining. And I have this broken glass sample. Sounds really cool. And I just needed a way to end it because I couldn't find any other way. And yeah, that's TIKO mode. So the biggest challenge was getting the volume automation right, even though like Phonic Mind actually ate into a lot of the vocals. For example, the part which just says burger, right here. See? This part just got completely eaten out. So the word like burger, the burr part, usually in a case like this, I would actually chop another set of consonants and vowels and interject it here, but at no point does she ever have the string of consonants and vowels to recreate that. So there were a lot of limitations when it came to making this, and at the end of the day, it's just a shit post. So huge thank you to Cyrenek for bringing this to the masses. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I do watch some like TikTok compilations with my friends, like when we're over and then we're sick and tired of playing Overwatch. We just like watch these friggin' random ass compilations, and yeah, I don't know, I really like SICKO mode. And sorry if I shat on SICKO mode. The original one is really, really cool. I like the beat change, I like the flow, I like the texture of the voices. Production's pretty interesting. So yeah, thanks for watching and listening, and have a good night. See ya.